and I can give you a few tips that really help me overcome this problem. So if you're interested, please continue watching this video.
Back to San Francisco.
Our minds may change.
Thing number one that you have to understand is that our brain is a magic thing. It actually has all of the information. Because sometimes you think, oh my God, I have been learning English for 2 years and I don't see the progress. But the thing is, you've actually learned a lot of stuff during these 2 years. You've learned vocabulary, you've learned grammar, you've learned how to speak. But guess what? You haven't had practice. And that's your problem. Like, everything is inside, everything is there, but you need the stressful situation that would help this information come out. How do you create the stressful situation? Advice number one. Okay, you don't have to follow it, but at least listen to it, because it helped me. Oh my God, it helped me. Like, this was one of the best things. Not the best, but second best. I started a YouTube channel in English. And I started this exact channel that you're watching. If you go back to my very first video, oh, you're gonna hear that I speak in a completely different manner, and I had to cut out so many things because I started it when I was back in Russia and I didn't have a lot of practice of English, but I knew that I have to be regular with my videos, so I switched on the camera and started talking to the camera. And this is exactly what you can do. You don't have to post them and make them public, but I would advise you to do that because YouTube actually changed my life. You can make money with it. It's a great tool to meet new people. It's a great tool to interact with people in the comments. I would ask you to shoot a video on a topic that you love and where you think you're an expert. Post it on YouTube. There is an option to make it unlisted if you're afraid. But when I started my YouTube channel, I was also afraid, but I never shared it with my friends. So I just posted and made it live. By the way, if you decide to make a video on YouTube, please tag me and tag Language Trip so we can see this video, if you're not afraid, of course. Another advice that I will give you, of course, you have to talk to native speakers. But I understand that sometimes when you start talking to them, you're like, I don't understand something. Sometimes they tell something using some background knowledge I have no idea about. Well, it's okay, and I'm happy to explain some concepts that they may not understand. So don't be afraid to ask people to repeat something. If you don't understand, ask them what they meant. It is also very important to stay proactive in the conversation. So even if you don't understand, again, ask questions, maintain eye contact. I know a lot of you come from the cultures where you don't look people in the eye, and I come from the same culture, and I see a lot of Russian people like staring at the table when they talk. Don't do that in America. People look each other in the eye. And that's the gesture of friendliness, and that means that you understand the culture. Another thing, in some cultures, people would not shake hands with women, or it would be like a weird handshake where you do it like this. No, in America, it's a firm handshake, even with, girls, and I shake people's hands when I go into the meetings. So follow these cultural tips as well.
Dominant handshake.
I think America is one of the best places to study English, especially if you're interested in something else apart from English. Like, I am interested in entrepreneurship. I would come to San Francisco, then have classes in the morning, and then research meetup.com in the evening so I can meet fellow entrepreneurs, visit offices of big companies. If you love Hollywood, go to LA. If you love design and fashion, that's New York. I love how diverse this country is and how every city is like the top city in some particular sphere, like, business and entrepreneurship. So select a city and come and travel. The coolest thing is that when you travel, you encounter English everywhere. I walk now, I want to buy something, I would just have to speak English because nobody speaks Russian. Well, some people speak Russian here, but this is definitely not the language I'm going to use here. So you would have to practice. If you are coming here for the first time, I would recommend staying with a homestay because you can stay with locals and you can practice English 24/7. If you want to be more independent, there are also student residences where you stay with people from other countries and also communicate 24/7. But when I traveled for the first time, for the second time, for the third time, for the fourth time, I always stayed with homestays because I just love local people. I love to connect with them and ask them questions and, you know, ask them to show me the best places around and, you know, just learning how people live here. Another great way to practice your English is calling a company that has support in English, because they have to tolerate your language, like Booking.com, for example, or Expedia, or an international company. You can even call your local company and try speaking English, like call the largest hotel in your city that accepts international guests. Or, well, the cheapest way to contact those companies is to top up your Skype credit. Like, you can pay $10 and just start calling people and asking them questions. This is like the best. You don't see those people, you will never see them again, but you can practice your English. Some tips for the conversation: use really simple words and don't overcomplicate what you want to say. Like, it's okay if you don't give like 10 examples of the phenomena that you're describing. Use the words that you understand and that other people would understand, so they would answer you with the same words. Because if you overcomplicate things, people will repeat you in overcomplicated phrases. Don't do that. Another thing, always have a really clear call to action. Maybe before calling a company or before talking to a native speaker, write down what you need from him. Like, have it on the piece of paper or maybe in the notes on your iPhone, so that you know what to ask for, and again, you know what's the goal of the whole conversation. That's theory. What you need to do, again, you need to practice. The best progress that I had speaking English was actually when I traveled to the UK. I was 14. And imagine Marina, like straight A student at school, and she thinks that she knows everything. She's the best at English. She comes to the customs in the UK and people ask her something she doesn't get. I didn't get what they told me. I was like, hello, my name is Marina, from Russia, yes. What? Then I just didn't understand what they told me. And that's the problem. Like, you have to create those stressful situations where you put yourself in an environment where everybody speaks English, and you can easily do it by traveling, by coming here to a language school. And I've done 5 language trips in my life, and they definitely changed my life. They definitely shaped me as a person. So let's go to a real language school here in San Francisco, and I'll show you what it looks like to be there as a student. Let's go. Would you laugh at somebody who has an accent?
Absolutely not. I love accents. Yeah, it's part of, you know, that's part of learning a new language. You're always gonna have an accent. And a lot of people think accents are really cool.
That's what I keep telling. Like, people sometimes like, oh, I have an accent, I wouldn't be able to talk to other people. I'm like, I love when people speak Russian. Like, I love when they try. It doesn't matter if you do like 100 mistakes in a simple sentence. I would just, you know, do my best to understand you. So Absolutely. Same with English. You wouldn't laugh at people, right?
Not at all.
You would just encourage them to
Absolutely.
Go out and practice.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid. This is me.
Excursion trips to LA, Las Vegas. Yeah. it's not much, but simple.
It's gonna have a choice.
Yeah, simple items.
Nice. Spencer.
Hey.
How old was your youngest student?
We have 16-year-old, 16, 17-year-old students.
What will you tell to a student 17, 16, afraid to travel alone? This is like their first trip.
Yeah, I would say be brave. It's a great, fantastic experience to come out here on your own, live on your own, and you do learn a lot about yourself and about your ability to, you know, go somewhere and travel.
My school, I went there for like a short class.
Which one?
NIFA, New York Film Academy.
I
saw in YouTube.
Which video?
A video how to improve better score in GMAT.
I subscribe
subscribe your video.
Oh my god, it's so cool. Thank you so much. And where are you guys from?
South Korea.
South Korea. Going to South Korea in August. I'm so excited. Yeah. Vietnam?
Cambodia.
Wow.
F and V. Could you give me one word that starts with F? Familiar. And then what's a word that begins with V?
Volt.
Volt. Did you say yeah? Like electricity. And I want you to write them down on your whiteboard. So for example, if I say ferry, you could write ferry, F-E-R-R-Y. But if you mishear me, you might write down this one by accident, V-E-R-Y.
Apply.
With the president's recommendation. With the president's recommendation. H is adverse.
Adverse.
I is despite.
Despite.
J is claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia.
Alright, excellent.
Are you guys gonna take GMAT?
We are preparing, but we not yet planned.
Okay.
But we will.
I have taken GMAT. You can ask me anything.
I would like to ask you too. I guess you got 116 for TOEFL.
117. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
I
letting
really
me.
enjoyed the class.
It was nice to have you in class. I hope you learned something.
I have, yes.
Hi guys, hope to see you soon.
Yay, bye bye.
All right.
See ya. Follow my advice. You don't have to. But if I were you, I would come to San Francisco. This is such a cool place. It's not very touristy like compared to LA. You can walk here. You can walk, well, if you're in the city center, you can walk a lot. In LA, you cannot. You only drive. It's a little windy, but the weather is so cool. Thank you so much for watching this video. There is a tram coming. We're in San Francisco. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the content, please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you're not yet subscribed. The red button is below. I love our community. It's growing really fast. We're learning new languages. We're learning how to succeed in life, and we're becoming better us every single day with every single video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next videos. Bye!